Hey everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan with your numerology forecast for September 2018. So let's begin by calculating your personal year number for the year. We do this by adding the day and month of your birth date to 2018. Let's use the example April 4th. We would go 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8. Okay, now the rule of thumb here is to continue adding together any double-digit numbers until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. And that number is your personal year number for the whole year. Okay, now in my example, April 4, 2018, that actually adds up to 19. Now I would add the 1 and 9 together, which is 10, and then continue adding double numbers together, making the 1 plus 0 a 1 personal year. Okay, so just to describe it one more time, you're going to add the month and day of your birth date to 2018, and then keep adding any double numbers together until you eventually get a single digit between 1 and 9, and that's your number for the whole year. All right? Okay, so let's get started with your forecast for September. Now, in September, every year, we get a double dose of our personal year number energy. So let's begin with personal year number 1. Now, this whole year, guys, for you is all about creating a fresh start, all right? Creating a new beginning. Now, for some people, that will literally mean new beginnings. It could be a new relationship, a new job or career, or a new opportunity within a career. If for other people, it could be a new home, taking up a new hobby, anything that's sort of new. And it doesn't always have to be, like, some people can not necessarily have anything physical that's new in their life. It may also mean for many people that it's about having a new perception, all right? A new way of perceiving a situation. Let's take a relationship, for example. Let's say you're perceiving the relationship that it's really not good, that things aren't going the way that you want them to, and this is a really bad situation. And life is asking you, change your perception. You are viewing that relationship as something that's really bad simply because it's not going in the direction that you want, and you're not getting what you want. When life is saying change your perception, all right? Now, if you're there to be of service to what is needed in the relationship, are you giving what is needed from you? Are you there about what can I give to this person? The one thing you can give is giving them the ability to just be who they are and do what they want without having to be and do what you want them to be and do. And as you change your perception, as you create a new way of looking at things, the energy around the whole relationship will change. Now, that's not to say you're meant to be together and everything's going to work out and happy clappy, one big happy family. It's not that. It's just saying shift your perception about everything, whether it's a challenge at work, whether it's a challenge with someone in your family, whether it's a health condition. Change the way you look at it. Look at it as an opportunity to learn, an opportunity for you to shift your feelings about it, shift the way that you're perceiving it, because what happens when you do that is you change the entire vibration around it. And we are energetic beings in an energetic world where we create our circumstances based on what we think and feel and how we perceive things. And the 1 year is saying, do it new, okay? Change the way you see things, be open to new opportunities, and take action. This is a year where it's saying, move forward. Take the bull by the horns, take action. Whatever is new and needs to take place in your life, do it. Don't sit back and wait for it to come to you. Take action and look for new opportunities. All right? Okay, personal year number 2. Not gonna lie, guys, 2 year is known for being a slow-moving year. All right? This is where life is asking you, be patient. All right? Don't force things to happen before their time, because it's not your timing in the way that you think everything should happen and how it should happen and when it should happen. It's divine order and timing that the world is governed by, and you need to trust that everything will happen and come to you that is meant to happen and come to you. And if it doesn't, it wasn't meant to be. All right? Now, the 2 year is saying Work on the details behind the scenes. You know, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is you're trying to create, work on the finer details behind the scenes, the fine tuning. You know, if you wanted to attract more money, you know, working on the fine tuning behind the scenes, the details behind the scenes would mean getting clear about what you are going to do. What's your plan to attract more money and abundance into your life? Do you need to learn some new skills? One thing's for certain, you will need to change your attitude though, won't you? You'll need to first of all start believing, I am abundant and the universe is abundant and there is enough to go around and I'm going to improve my situation. If it's health related, you know, life is asking you to go within and really start believing that your body is not going to fail you. If you're unwell, believing that your body is letting you down and it's just not fair and my body is, and all that negative thoughts and energy you're giving to yourself, whether it's a health situation or a relationship or lack of relationship or lack of money or opportunity or recognition or going where you want to go or be where you want to be, it doesn't matter what it is. It's the more that you judge that and the more negative you feel about that, you're actually only drawing more of that exact same thing to you. You're attracting more of that same thing. So you need to shift the way that you think about it. Be softer, be kinder. Okay, you will feel more emotional this year. So if you're a bit down, you might feel a bit more down. But don't worry, you're not going to stay that way. It's just the nature of the two. Life is asking you to look at how you relate to other people. You know, be more compassionate, more forgiving, more gentle, more understanding. And that's towards yourself as well. Be more kind and gentle and understanding towards yourself. You're doing your best. You've made mistakes. Yes, you could have done better and you could have done this and you could have done that, but you didn't and you didn't realize that at the time, or you did but you didn't take your own advice. But here's the thing, every moment is a new beginning and you can make a fresh start and make a new decision. So be kind to yourself this year, go within, trust your intuition, don't force things to happen, all right, and nurture and love yourself as best you can. All right, personal year number 3. Wow. In all numerology books and websites, if you were to Google personal year number 3, it's going to say this is an upbeat, social, fun year, okay? And 3 is about that. 3 does represent those things. You know, communication, creativity, fun, socializing, doing new things. And all of those things are available to you in life. But I really have to let you know that the 3 energy is also about amplifying, okay, and enhancing whatever you're currently feeling. So if you're feeling down and sort of negative, the 3 energy that's supposed to be fun and exciting and happy is just going to amplify those feelings, all right? So if you're feeling negative, you might feel a bit more negative because the 3 is saying joy and happiness is the key to attracting what you want in life, but you have to feel that way first. And you have to put the cart before the horse, and it's really hard because how the hell can you feel happy and positive when everything around you is shit, right? Well, what you've got to do is you've got to put the cart before the horse and you've got to say, one way to do it that I do, one thing I do is I go, Michelle, everything's shit right now. Remember that last time that everything was shit, or a time in your past where it felt like you were stuck and hopeless and everything was a nightmare? Well, you didn't stay there, did you? No, solutions eventually came and things changed because nothing stays the same. And that's what you need to do. You need to remind yourself of past experiences where things weren't working out or things weren't good. And you didn't stay there, did you? If anything, that's one way of looking at it. The 3 is asking you to be more optimistic. Find the joy in your life because by doing more of what makes you feel good, it could be anything. It could be music, dancing, socializing, exercising. It doesn't really matter what it is. Life is saying, pay attention to what makes you feel good and do more of it, because by raising your happiness, by feeling good and doing things that make you feel good, it shifts the energy around you so it can stop you from being stuck. It raises your energy vibration because we're energetic beings and we have an energy vibration that is governed by our thoughts and emotions. And when we deliberately go out of our way, no matter how hard it is to do at the time, to do something that makes us feel good, it changes our energy and it raises it. And when our vibration or our energy field is high, we're in synchronicity with life. And when we're in synchronicity with life, You know, we're in the right place at the right time. Creative solution. We find solutions to problems. You know, our health improves. Things just start working out a bit more. So not only is feeling good because it makes you feel good, it helps you in your actual life circumstances. And that's why it's so important. And the 3-year is saying do more of what makes you feel good, but also be aware of what makes you feel not good, okay? And be aware of those things, okay, those triggers, and do less of those. Less of that shit, okay? More of the good stuff. This year is asking you to be more social. Try things you haven't done before. Maybe approach people you haven't done before. Creativity. Express yourself creatively. Talk more about how you feel. If you don't really want to talk directly to people, journal. You know, write. You've got to get stuff out. The 3-year is saying you've got to get out what's brewing beneath the surface. It could be your dark, deep demons you've carried, or an awful childhood experience, or heartbreaking situations you've been in, or big aha moments you've had, and epiphanies and life-changing experiences that you're keeping inside, but you've got to share. Get it out. Get it out. That's what this year is all about. All right? I should have wrapped that, shouldn't I? What up? Anyway, personal year number 4. Not gonna lie, guys, 4-year, same as the 2. Kind of like one of those years where the way I describe number 4 is like you want to go for a run, but you're wearing concrete boots. That's what it feels like. You know, you want to go for a run and you're all ready to go and you're all ready to take the world by storm, and boom, sorry, can't do anything, got concrete boots. So again, you're going to be patient. You've got to be patient. Life is going to test your persistence and your dedication and your patience and your tolerance, and it's going to take everything you've got to not kill someone or do something crazy, okay? So this year is saying build a solid foundation to set yourself up where you want to be. All right. So if you wanted to create more abundance, if you wanted to improve your job or your career, well, you might look at systems that you can bring into your business that are going to help you be more effective, that are going to be more modern and update things. That, for example, if you wanted to get a better job, you might need to do some training and some extra skills so that you can upskill. You know, if you wanted to improve your health, you need to take on a healthy regime, you know, maybe a new exercise and nutrition plan. See what I mean? If you want to improve the relationships around you, well, that everything we reflect in the people around us is just a reflect. Everything we experience with the people around us is simply a reflection of what's going on for us internally. Okay, and so work on yourself. Whenever you think that everyone's a nightmare around you, have a look at yourself and think, what is it about me that might make other people think I'm a nightmare? And work on that stuff. We're so busy thinking it's everyone else when half the time it's us. You know, I know that from my own experience, and I've had to do a lot of work on myself, you know, and it never ends, guys. It doesn't matter how spiritual or how positive or how, you know, how much you meditate or how much you believe in the universe and spirituality and all that kind of peace, love and mung beans. The fact is the personal development journey never ends. We're an onion and there are many layers to us. And when you think you've got something worked out, something else crops up straight after. So, you know, there's no rest. Okay, it never ends. Get that in your head and just get on with the job. And that's what the 4 years about. It's saying head down, bum up, take action, doing whatever needs to be done to build your life up behind the scenes. What needs to be done to get you where you want to be. All right, and put the effort in. When there's, I'm not going to lie again, there's obstacles, challenges and delays in the 4. And life is saying don't let those take your passion away. All right, don't let that dim the light. Keep going and push through. All right? Personal year number 5. Well, the 5-year progress, movement and change. What a crazy ride, you know. The 5-year is where you almost have to expect the unexpected. Okay, it's a year where life is going to change. You know, for some people there can be changes. Some people it's really obvious, you know, like a relationship change or a job change or a home change. You know, changes circumstances, changes with people around you, whatever, that you didn't see coming, that you didn't expect. And it's like some of it's really awesome, like wow, cool surprise, unexpected. And then other people it's like, whoa, not so cool, unexpected challenge. Either way, it doesn't matter which one, and some people in the year will have all of the above. You know, life knows what it's doing. Roll with the change. That's what life's saying this year. Roll with the change. There's no conspiracy going against you. Life's not conspiring against you if things are challenging. It's just life saying you're ready to go up a level, mate. You know, pull it out of the hat. Don't just cruise along where you are. We're going to send you a curveball and see how you ride through it. Okay, be adaptable. Okay, be confident. See the light at the end of the tunnel. Any changes that need to be made in your life though, life is saying now is the time to make them. It's not one of those years where you say, I really need to make that change and not do anything. You can't sit on the fence. And if it's a big change that actually needs to be made and you're not doing it, life will force that change upon you. So just know that, okay? What can I say? Great year for travel and adventure and having fun and doing new things. Great year to promote yourself, to get the word out, to communicate and network. And a great year to, what else? 555. 5. Basically, honestly, to be honest with you, the best thing is to just think adventure. Think, test yourself, push yourself. What have I not done that I really want to do but I'm too scared to? Do that! It's really going to be good for your self-esteem, even if you do it and you're shit and you fail and you look like an idiot. It doesn't matter, because what you did was you challenged yourself and you stepped up to the plate. The outcome's irrelevant. It's the action that matters, all right? So do that in this 5-year. Personal year number 6. Okay, well, the main focus of the 6th year is responsibility and being clear about what your responsibilities are. Now, that's obviously quite obvious with things like family, children, relationships. Relationships are a center focus this year, and that's not just love and romance. It's relationships with everyone. You know, neighbors, work colleagues, friends, clients, family, and being there when people need you, but also being able to sort of get a clear guidance on your boundaries, you know, where you are being of service and being of assistance, but not expecting anything in return, not getting upset if you don't get rewarded or recognized for what the effort is that you've put in, because it's about selfless service. At the same time, you know, being aware of it's give and take, give and receive, but it's okay if you don't get back what you've put out, because it's only the ego that's really taking note of give and take. The soul is all about doing what feels good in the moment for another human being. So remember that, you know. The 6th year is saying, also it's a creative year, so express yourself creatively to raise your vibration. Other things, we want to think of a sort of manifestation and improving the circumstances of your life. And one of the things you need to do in the 6th year to be able to do that is to be able to express who you really truly are and what you're really feeling, especially in relationships to other people. You can't lie anymore. You can't hide things behind the surface because it's going to come up. You also need to look at your relationship with yourself in a 6th year. How hard are you being on yourself? It can make you a little bit of a perfectionist, judging yourself, giving yourself a hard time, and being judgmental of others. All right, so be aware that, you know, I'm doing my best. I'm a work in progress. I'm learning as I go along. Don't hold on and dwell on your mistakes. And the same for other people. It's a year of forgiveness and understanding and compassion and being a more loving person in your life. Okay, so those who are single, it is a year to look at, you know, what and get clear about what you are looking for, but at the same time, attracting love in your life isn't so much about what can I get and having someone behave in a way that you want so that you can feel happy. It's actually the opposite. It's what can I give? You know, what have I got to offer someone? Why would someone even want me in their life? What value would I add to their life? And it's about letting people be who they are, behave how they want to behave, and you accept and understand them anyway. Now, that's not saying you can be an asshole and treat me like dirt and I'm just going to still be here for you. No, because that's a lesson in your own self-respect and in your own boundaries. But it's saying, I understand that you're that way. That's just the way you are. I'm not judging you, but I can't work with that. And I bless you and I thank you for everything you've been in my life, but I let you go. But I'm still here if you need me, if I've got time and you want to be friends. But yeah, it's not a romantic thing for me, buddy. So, walk on. That kind of thing. So you do it in a loving, compassionate way, okay? And if you want more information on all of that, I recommend Marianne Williamson, A Return to Love or Course in Miracles will help you to adopt those kinds of mindsets in relationships. Okay, some people that are in relationships may find they have been quite challenged. The relationship has been challenged this year, especially if it's already on shaky ground. So be aware, this is perfectly normal in a 6th year. Life has given you an opportunity. Whatever's been brewing beneath the surface, work on it to get resolved. You'll either make up or break up. And that's just the way that it goes. That's the way of the 6. All right? But be positive, because you'll be fine no matter what. Personal year number 7. All right, so the 7 year is saying go within. All right, a lot of the answers that you are seeking to situations you're in, challenges or things that you're trying to attract in your life, or understandings you're trying to recognize, or situations you're trying to improve, the answers lie in your perception and they lie in your intuition. They come from in here. So this is a year where life is saying slow down long enough to process and analyze what's going on in your life and why you are the way you are, and why you think the way you think, and why you behave the way you behave, and why other people do too. You don't know what's going on in their head. You don't know how they're wired. You only know how you are. But how a situation unfolds depends on how you're perceiving it. And the 7 year is saying change your perception, adopt a broader mindset, Think of it from more of a higher awareness. And that's what life's given you an opportunity. That's why in the 7 year, there may not be, things will still happen in the physical world. It can be a very fruitful year and you can have awesome accomplishments. But it's almost like life can be saying, slow down and work on things from within and change your perception, reach a higher level of awareness, because that's the key to you really improving yourself and your life, and especially in next year's 8 year. And the 7 year comes before the 8, so it says let's get things all tidied up from within, okay? Get you working on all 4 cylinders through your perception and your awareness and your understanding and your own relationship with yourself. So know yourself, know what triggers you, know what causes you to lose your balance and lose your power, and that's where you go into the spiral of everything sucks and I can't quite get where I want to get. It's you and how you perceive things that gets you to that place. It's not life. Life is just, things happen, but it's how we perceive them, okay? And 7 is saying change your perception. A year to work on your personal development. A lot of people refer back to or adopt a spiritual practice or a spiritual awareness or understanding. So whatever's going on for you this year and whatever you believe exists out there that can help you, this is a year to really get in touch with that. All right? Prayer. You don't have to be religious or be a Catholic or a Christian to pray. Prayer is extremely beneficial, more beneficial than anything. Prayer and positive thinking and being aware that we live in an energetic world where our thoughts attract situations in our life, that combined with prayer, boom, winning combination. All right, spend time alone, get in nature, okay, revitalize yourself by being in the beauty of the world, and make sure that you've got enough time alone without phones in your ear and gadgets and distractions and people and socializing. You've got to make time for quiet, alone time to contemplate and process yourself and your perception of life. All right, so go nail it. Personal year number 8. All right, guys, well, the 8 year can bring to us opportunities in career. It's a time where we can be looking at where we're going with our work. It's where work, things can change. We can attract opportunities to advance or to earn more money, and we can also be spending more money. So, and of course, that can happen for anyone, whether we're in an 8 year or not, because most of us have jobs, and most of us we all have to use money. But for the most part, it's saying, where do you want to go with your work and your career? If you want to advance, you might need to upskill. You might need to learn some new skills. There might be changes within your working situation. The 8 is saying, don't let money define you, but raise your level of self-empowerment and self-value. The 8 year is also about personal power. So it's going to cause you to confront and look at and answer these questions. What takes my power away? What causes me to lose my center? What triggers me? and siphons my life force energy. Okay, we have a life force energy that runs through us. That life force energy, when it's in a high vibration, we're in alignment with the universe, things are flowing. When it's low vibration, and that vibration is governed by what we think and feel and how we perceive things that are happening in our life, when it's low, we're never quite in the right place at the right time. It feels like we're stuck and we can't really move through things, right? Now, what makes our vibration low is when we feel negative, or we feel bad, or we're judging that because things aren't good and happy, that something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. It's just life. Life isn't that personal, okay? And basically, the 8 is saying, get aware, become aware, train yourself to recognize what lowers your vibration and siphons or takes from you that life, what sucks your life force energy out of you, because you've got to get that life force energy back and change the way that you're thinking, because 8 is a very powerful manifestation and law of attraction number, which is saying you attract what you think, or you attract what you focus your attention on the most. And this is a powerful year for all of that stuff. If you want to learn more about that kind of thing, I suggest that you pick up a book called Quantum Success by Sandra Ann Taylor, or any of the work from Abraham Hicks. You can watch some of their videos on YouTube. I suggest you do that and get more familiar with all of those universal laws that can work in your favor. Okay, so get clear about what causes you to feel disempowered, what situations do that to you, what kind of people do that to you, and what limiting beliefs, because we do it to us based on what we feed ourselves. What story are you telling yourself about yourself? And get clear about that, because that is holding you back if it's not nice. All right, so change your story in the 8 year. Don't overspend, budget, okay, and have a mindset of abundance. The universe is abundant. There is enough to go around. Money comes, money goes. I always end up on top, okay, that sort of thing. Personal year number 9. All right, well, big year in terms of transformation that's going on inside of you guys. So it is a year of endings and completion and transformation. And for some people, that can literally mean physical endings in their life, like the end of a period of time of studying, or end of a career in a specific role, or the end of a relationship or friendship, or the end of a hobby that you've done for a while, or big physical, physical things. But for other people, it's not necessarily big physical changes. Everything in their life can be the same. Same friends, same circle, same relationships, same job, same town. All that stuff's the same. But something's changing from within you. And it's almost like because this year is about taking you, and next year as well, from the chrysalis into the butterfly. You're transforming into this whole new way of thinking and being. But you're not quite there yet. It's still processing. It's still marinating. It's still unfolding. All right. And so the 9 year is all about that process. All right. And so what you want to be doing in the 9 year and this month is thinking, what do I not want in my life moving forward? And for some people, it's simply nothing changes in the physical world, but you change your mindset, your perception. It may be internal changes. I'm not going to drink so much. I'm going to cut down on my drinking. I'm going to be more healthy. I'm not going to engage in behavior that really makes me feel bad afterwards. I'm going to be more honest. I'm going to be a better person, or I'm going to improve my nutrition, or I'm going to start working on my self-confidence, or whatever it is. Be aware of what makes you feel not so good, and be aware of what's unhealthy. It could be unhealthy people that are really negative, that you're trying to be positive and they're just telling, everything that's wrong. And you're like, well, I can't be around that very often because it's just not good for me. Whatever it is, get clear about what you don't want to take with you moving forward. Now, this is also a year to tie up loose ends. Who do you need to forgive? Now, you don't necessarily need to forgive people for their sake. It's actually for your own sake, because we need peace in our heart. And if you can't necessarily forgive a person, or a situation, you need to forgive that the situation or the experience happened in the first place. Because a lot of people that have bad things happen, whether it's a traumatic childhood or whatever it is, and that's just awful. And so many people have been through so much trauma that I couldn't even get my head around for a start. And it's disgusting, and it's awful, and it's painful, and all of that. You don't necessarily need to forgive the person in the situation, but you do need to forgive that your life unfolded that way. Yes, it's unfortunate. You wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy, but it happened. And you need to make peace with the fact that it happened. Okay? You need to make peace with the fact that it happened. And that is huge. It could be anything. It could be an awful traumatic upbringing through childhood. It could be a betrayal from a partner that you had in your 30s. It could be someone you love was taken from you. It could, any injustice or any awful experience, we need to forgive that it happened to us. That was just life. Okay? For our own sake. Our soul needs to be at peace. Let me put it another way. Unforgiving that life unfolded the way it did can make our body unwell. Okay, when we stay in a prolonged state, especially if there's anger attached, especially if there's a strong sense of injustice and we just can't move on because it just shouldn't have happened, it's just not fair, that makes us unwell. That makes our life spiral further down the line, spiral more negatively out of control, because we attract more of what we're putting out. So if we're believing the world is unjust, life is against me, I was shortchanged, life is dangerous, everything is unfair, I'm going to get hurt, we will just attract more of the same, guys. And so it doesn't actually do us any favors, and our heart needs peace. So we need to forgive for ourselves. All right. So whatever needs to be forgiving, this is the year and the month to do it. Okay, out with the old to make way for the new. There's whole new beginnings coming for you. So don't be afraid if there are changes you need to make in your life, but you're on the edge because you're afraid of the unknown. You have to take that leap of faith. All right. For one thing, there's nothing wrong. There's no harm in believing that things might actually work out. So choose to see the glass half full, have confidence, and have faith. Life has got your back, even if it doesn't seem like it does. Okay, challenges and bad things don't mean that everything is wrong and nothing's going to get better. It just means it's a life experience, and we actually came here to learn and grow. That's why we're all here in the first place. So I'll leave that with you guys. Okay, I hope you have an awesome month. Okay, go to my website up here if you want a reading from me. I do personal readings, and I'm actually running a special, a 50% off my 30-minute readings. That's right, 50% off. That means it's only $75. New Zealand money for New Zealanders and US dollars for people all around the world. So hit me up and email me and I'll send you the details. And I'm also doing a 2 for the price of 1 numerology report. That's $25 for a 12-month forecast, and all of your incomplete numerology chart. It's probably about 40-something pages of that. 2 for 1. They're $25. And anyway, I think that's all. And I'll talk to you again next month in October. All right? All right. Take care. Bye.